Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you doing today? I decided to get back on for a few minutes. Don't mind me. I'm going to grab a dip in a second. I just want to see what's going on in the media to help you guys out. So, so it's saying here that Lindsey Graham is in a lot of trouble. I personally think that's pretty dang funny,
They're all in trouble.
So, another report comes into the Postal Service basically saying Postal Service is now on the front page of every newspaper in America and mainstream media. So because of it, it's basically saying, that now the American people are really pissed off. you know, you know. So he's trying to divide the America up, is what it said. So I'm trying to see. I saw a report that. So it says here that Donald Trump is trying to warning a fascist Democrats with Trojan horse. Yeah, okay. So, it doesn't matter that. Attacking Vice President Biden. So, he thinks he's going to be, the election will be a rigged election, so he doesn't want it rigged, so he's trying to shut down the post office. So then he said he might be in the office for 16 to 20 more years, is what he joked. Yeah. So he says, do you want to be ruled by a radical left-wing mob, or do you want to stand tall as free men and women in the greatest country on earth? He says Joe Biden is a puppet of the left-wing extremists. So that's all it says. It's just a bunch of BS again. And then he attacked a Muslim woman who's in Congress, saying that, that woman hates America. In my opinion, who cares? So, anyways. So my moderator told me to, I don't know what website, eBay, all right. So I was asking about Crystal Pepsi and something else. I just said, Crystal Pepsi, but I'm not going to be paying through the nose for Crystal Pepsi either. So anyways, I got off the phone with my father-in-law tonight. We talked about politics as usual, and we talked about religion and our school, and how he is proud of me for stepping up to a girl who's going to our same school from Scotland. The Zoom program failed, so I had that problem. So, but anyways, I wanted to say, because I'm getting ready to put my jammies on and I'm waiting for a hamburger to defrost, I probably will more likely eat a box of mac and cheese tonight due to the fact that the hamburger is frozen and I don't think we can cook it till tomorrow. So I will look after alternatives for dinner tonight.
Wow, it is fair since we can't have our ground beef. They sell it frozen.
So anyways, it doesn't matter. You did good. So we talked about Chloe for a bit with my father-in-law. We talked about politics, religion, talked about stories going around, and We just talked. You know, I answered moderator Pee Wee when she was emailing me. She emailed me while we were doing it. By the way, you said they had chicken there. What type of chicken? Ground chicken? Whole chicken?
Mm-hmm. Whole chicken.
So they didn't have like chicken breasts or ground chicken. Would love to have some chicken breasts to try that chicken bacon ranch again.
Mm-hmm.
So I was supposed to eat 2 nights of chicken bacon ranch or 3 nights, but you know, we never got around to the other chicken, so some of our chicken went bad, so got to throw it out eventually. So,
but they also have a ground chicken and ground turkey. So.
Well, I wouldn't mind ground chicken either, or chicken breasts. Maybe I'll send Chloe out there tomorrow. She's got to go by the, anyways, in the town. Anyways, put her damn lock on her storage shed because she doesn't want them renting it out to someone else, even though we're paying the bill.
Yeah.
So, pandemic's doing a number. But anyways, let me tell you the story. So, Chloe and I, you know, Chloe was listening to music. I was on the phone to Poppy, you know, and, you know, we talked about Chloe's mental hospital thing, and Chloe says, what's new? Or Poppy said, what's new? But he said with Greyhound, he doesn't know how Chloe's getting $200, and her ticket was 57. But he said, well, count that as a blessing from God, you know. So, anyways, so what happened was she turned around and well, that happened, you know. And so we conversed about you know, other issues, politics, talked about Amazon, how, you know, you order food on Amazon, they're supposed to send it 2 days with Prime shipping. It said I'm getting mine. They said they're mailing it out on August 31st. I mean, literally, August freaking 31st. No deal, you know. So, to me, I thought that was pretty cheesy, you know. So, I did talk to Dad about internet connection issues. He said it's either my web browser is acting up or um, other issues. So, but we're all good, you know. So we talked about that. We talked about, you know, what's going on with Amazon. We talked about, you know, silver and gold. And he basically didn't like the idea of silver and gold bars, literally. So I just can't believe, you know, talked about that. We did talk about his boredom. He's watched every TV show that he loved from like the 50s to 2020 or something, you know. And to him, he was like, I don't know how to put it, but he was bored. He's just like purely bored, you know. So he's like, you know, asked me to send him a link for him to watch Disney and Stars, so he can watch the movies at Disney and Stars because he's bored. I was talking about Amazon, you know, and that's one thing I said during the pandemic. You always want to have movies to fall back on when you're not playing video games. Well, hello, Chad. How are you doing tonight? So one of the things is you need to have Amazon Prime to help out. I have Amazon Prime, HBO Max, Stars, Discover, Stars, Disney, Showtime, Cinemax, you know, and no, that's what it is. How are you doing, Chad? So basically, you know, the thing is, you know, to fall back on. He was getting bored, so you know, on my account, I set up his own username, so he could just log in, watch whatever he wants, you know, and that's fine and dandy. Chloe can also watch movies if I'm sleeping in the daytime. So tomorrow, when I get up tomorrow, I will trying to tackle 4 spreadsheets tomorrow. Not going to tackle the big ones until probably. Well, I might tackle tomorrow's suspense. But anyways, I'll tackle the next spreadsheets. And I'll do what I want, you know. The thing is I'm just, you know, I take my time. I also told Dad I'm pre-planning Christmas so we don't have problems, you know. So, but yeah, he and I were talking about Christmas and we were talking about the pandemic and, you know, again, he was telling me I need to vote from my heart. You know, he didn't say go vote blue all down the line. I mean, I know he could say that, but you know, I told him, you know, my vote is my business because I don't support either party. You know, I got a moderator who I care for deeply, and she thinks I'm a Republican. I'm not. I'm just tired of both parties fucking duking it out, making the American people suffer. And then on top of that, you know, one of my moderators messaged me something about Saturday. We'll find out Saturday the stimulus check, it needs to be done. Well, I tried to get confirmation. What is she talking about? You know, is she talking about stimulus checks need to be issued, or is she talking about she needs a stimulus? It didn't make sense. You know, I mean, there's a lot of people out there, but $1,200 doesn't go far. I mean, literally, if you spend so much money, then you know, I mean, to me, it just doesn't make sense. So, you know how it goes. So, I'm just planning my next move carefully and quietly. So, I'm a little tired, and, you know, so, you know, on that aspect, we talked about our school, you know, like I said, but I told Dad I'm worried about fucking people. Fucking people are hurting, and nothing's happening, you know? I mean, literally, there's going to be 40 million people homeless. He said that's 40 million less people voting. I mean, the more you take away from the people, the more chances are, he said, Donald Trump's going to get reelected. I don't care. What I care about is the American people. I don't give two shits about the presidential election. Hell, I'm pissed off that Mitch McConnell today basically stated it's okay. The post office will be fine. It isn't under this. I mean, my dad literally clearly said that these guys are corrupt bastards. The only answer I could tell my father-in-law was, well, Dad, you didn't vote. You're not voting, so your vote doesn't count. And your opinion don't matter. So that's how it is, you know. So, like I said, it's going to be an interesting night, you know. Like in either of these movies or something else, you know. I should check the weather on my phone. Find out what the weather is tomorrow. I don't want it to be overly hot. I like these cool nights and cool days. So today was 78. Tomorrow 76. Hopefully we get some rain soon and it drops down. So August 25th, it'll go down to 65, which is good because frankly, we need cooler weather, you know. So, you know, that's how it is. But told Dad about the trolls. You know, one of my mods turned around and told me I'm being targeted. But you know what? I can be targeted. I can care less. Thing is I'm not being targeted because if I was targeted, they would have done more than this. You know, I mean, look, they had nothing better to do. They just like to listen and watch and spy on me, and I have nothing to hide. Literally, you know, I was telling Dad about these accusations. He turned around and said, look, you've never...
That's for a storage shed.
He says, you never have laid a hand on Chloe. So, you know... So my little guy ate his 4 grapes. My little guy ate his 4 grapes, so he's a happy little boon boon. Hey, Moppy. Hello. Yes.
I'll give you a kiss. Oh, little bunny boom boom.
So as you know, I cherish my bunny. Everyone loves it when I'm on Zoom. They see the bunny. Isn't he cute? He's my little boon boon. So, anyways, go ahead. He fell earlier. I had to catch him because he almost ended up Moppy's dinner. And I got cut from him too, but you know what? It's okay to be cut, right here. It's life. I'll move on, The bunny doesn't mean to hurt me. He was just protecting himself. And he was scared for the dog, So, anyways, that's what's going on, So, tonight I'm going to do gaming again. I was going to do StreamYard, but there's not anyone here tonight to do StreamYard, so I'm thinking of doing StreamYard tomorrow. Which means anyone who wants to StreamYard me, all they got to do is let me know, and they can join in on the conversation too. So, you know how it is. So, how are you doing, Chad? Or did you just pop in and pop out like everyone else does? So earlier I talked about stimulus checks, and my moderator said we have to wait till Saturday. Saturday for what? That's the thing, Let me see. Oh, wow, look at this. Someone posted a clickbait about very good news. Congress is going to pass another stimulus. Mm-hmm. Really, that's interesting. Didn't know they were going to pass Hold on. This might be what I'm looking for. Here you go. I'll just click on ABC News as long as the video doesn't. I will mute it. I hate fucking mute the videos that play. Okay, so Nancy Pelosi said over the weekend she'd call back the House this week. Vote on Saturday a measure that will include $25 billion for funding of the post office. Per the aid, $25 billion numbers request directed by the USPS. Week's lawmakers expressed concern about the Postal Service. Agency flounders, okay. As the House announced attention, President Trump Monday continued to rail against Postal Service on Twitter and an interview with Fox and Friends. Yeah, always. Postal Service is running well. My post office ain't running well. We have argued the DeJoy's order change and slowed the mail or never delivered the mail or delayed the mail. Then he said he was losing money. Then he said universal mail-in ballots deadly. House is taking up legislative action Saturday. Senate Majority Mitch McConnell said the odds with an event in Kentucky said he was at odds with Trump on some of his comments related to the post office. Tell you what I think what the Postal Service is doing just fine. Ability of function going into the election is not adversely affected, and I don't share the concerns. So Mitch McConnell is saying that he's concerned with the post office now. So if I'm reading this correctly. But I think the Postal Service is going to be just fine. We're going to make sure the ability to function going into the election is not adversely affected. And I don't share the concerns, the president concerns. So he might just get them to vote on it. Administration's offering going into negotiation to fund $10 billion. Under reporters, White House Chief Staff Mark Meadows and the president negotiating Democrats hold release called a standalone post office bill, but not only unrealistic but unnecessary. Let's quote some other skinny measure. We can't agree to a larger deal. Mark Meadows needs to be fired. COVID relief, coronavirus relief. Standstill after weeks of bitter with release religion concerning the floor. Not clear at the time whether McConnell will face enough pressure to reconvene the Senate for a vote on standalone post office legislation if it clears the House. McConnell's office asked Leader McConnell, consider calling the Senate back from mission. No scheduled updates at this time. On Sunday evening, Leader Chuck Schumer called McConnell to reconvene the Senate to vote on the post office legislation. I called Leader McConnell to bring the Senate back into session to quickly act on the House legislation that will undo the extensive damage Mr. DeJoy has done. There calls on Twitter for McConnell to call the Senate back for a minute. Colin Maine, who has been days publicly at odds with Trump on funding for the post, tweeted a full-throated call for the senator's return. Senate should return this week to consider the package that includes the Postal Service Emergency Assistance Act, bill I introduced with Senator Feinstein in July, which provide USPS with $25 billion. And while other Republican senators have not gone so far to advocate for return to the Senate, Marco Rubio, Shelley Moore tweeted in support of the Postal Service. Democrats are also advancing non-legislative move to keep DeJoy in check. All right, that's good to know. Letter urges the board to reverse harmful policies. The board is designed so as not to be a partisan body. Federal law specifically restricts the number of governors belonging to any one political party. Requires the governors must be chosen solely on the basis of their expertise or experience in their fields relevant to the post office administration. Senators wrote, it's time to use your full power and authority on behalf of the Postal Service, the American people, and the public interest that you are required to represent. So, there we have it. So, the news. So they're having an emergency session in Saturday. So, yeah, click on this video for a second. And this guy's clickbait. It's clickbait. So let's see. So other people are believing that there's going to be a stimulus check. How many vote guys got comments? Okay, so let's go over the comments. I'm going to pause the video, this video that's running, because I don't buy the video. I think it's utter shit, you know. Hey, Jen. Way unheard. I always keep my Christmas tree up. So I'm neutral, Jen, when it comes to politics. I'm just saying that I think that Gail's right. Moderator Gail is right. We should vote them all out of office. They're hurting the American people. But that's just my opinion, and you know. So one girl says I'm reading comments that she's not going to believe any of the bullshit. It's clickbait. That's what it is. So, see, there it goes. Another one said, stop the fucking clickbait. So far, about 10 senators and most of the Democratic senators want to basically get this bill passed, and some Republicans. So one guy basically said this guy is too damn drunk. He's in too much. He's been drinking, you know. So this is just a fucking clickbaiter. Basically, clickbaiters is something. Now, I will tell you that if 10 senators that are Republican are going to vote this, everyone in the House, including Republicans, will be going to the House to vote on it. I think it'll pass the House. You know, a lot of people are bitching about $1,200. You know, it's clickbait. That's why I, don't believe in this shit, anyways. You know, but do I like Trump? Well, like I said, in my opinion, I could care less. You know, vote him out, keep him in. Doesn't matter to me. What matters to me the most is the American people, Jen. When 40 million people, as I told my father-in-law, is going to be homeless, then you can ask me, you know, of that. I mean, literally, he said there's no money, there's no extra stimulus check, it's dead, quit dwelling on it. Some people are going back to work, being forced to go back to work, wearing masks and everything, you know. Mm. I just talked to moderator Pee Wee, and she was saying, well, basically, personal issue, but when it came to the Saturday bill is different. Well, my cousin-in-law, who's unemployed right now, she's getting state unemployment in Oregon. She's got a new hobby. It's called professional sleeper. I think she's depressed, but she says it's just professional sleeping. And so to me, so but the coronavirus, people need to handle the coronavirus differently. Now, I did ask moderator Pee Wee everyone her opinion on California unemployment, because we had a guy earlier, I believe his name is Ramirez or something like that, Antonio, anyways, one of these guys. You remember he asked before I left about unemployment in California, if he'd even get anything. And Pee Wee's the girl I know could probably tell us more about unemployment in that state. I know Washington and Oregon don't have the money, so I would assume California doesn't either. I never got to take off work, but I did work from home for a couple weeks. I have family that's working from home, and then I have other family members that are still forced to stock freezers at Walmart. So, and I was complaining to her the other day about how Walmart. I got a gift card from Walmart for my birthday, and I couldn't use it because the warehouse is empty. I can't even get printer ink sent to my house. I mean, that's how bad it is, when it comes to unemployment, and everyone basically emptying the warehouses, so. But yeah, this election is really scaring me, actually. And so, like I said, I talked to my father-in-law and I talked to the post office lady, and you know, uh, I have a feeling that Republicans will be on board for this stimulus, this piecemeal stimulus package for the post office. But um, the problem is I wonder how it's going to play out for the rest. Now, moderator Pee Wee did say that hopefully Saturday they will pass a stimulus check bill, but the problem is $1,200 is too late. Unfortunately, $1,200 won't do much for anyone. I mean, it would pay my rent for 2 months. That's it. And that would be gone. And once you get in the bank and you go to the post office, 5 minutes, getting 2 money orders, which means my rent would be covered for 2 months. That's it. Everyone else would be freaking suffering. I mean, literally. I do agree there should be more. President Trump did say that should be a bigger, generous stimulus, but by the way, me and my father-in-law did talk about my thing about the DRF and the CRF, the Disaster Relief Fund for FEMA, which will be emptied in 3 weeks, and the Corona Relief Fund, which means states won't have any money to give to extended food stamps. So he said it fucking sucks. So to me, it literally, so in Missouri, the post office moved some machines, but I don't know what they were. They were sorting machines to sort the mail, Gail. So yeah, I told everyone, Jen, that I would be on for a bit after my phone call with my father-in-law. I do need to relax soon and play Story Season again. I'm on year 3, working on trying to get year 4. And so I'm excited to, to play it. It keeps my mind busy, because it's almost September. It's really bothering me. Well, Pee Wee. So Pee Wee just said, for all of you listening, for the California question, they're trying to recall the governor here in California because he gave $140 million to illegals, and now we do not get the unemployment boost. But anyways, there you have it, And like I said, the post office lady, like I said earlier, was nice. I just asked her. She said no comment. One of my mods just messaged me. You know. Oh yeah, I know. I told that to my sister the other day when I talked to her on the phone for my birthday. She did not know that. She was just like, "This is not good," But talking about silver and gold bars, my father-in-law was adamant that there was not going to be a depression. He said that the stock market will crash, but it ain't going to be bad enough, and it'll stabilize when Biden's president. Otherwise, Donald Trump's only thing he's doing is he's trying to keep the stock market stabilized by funneling more government funds into it, not giving into the people that need the money, the stimulus checks that they're funneling in the stock market. Another thing is moderator Gail today asked me about Bitcoin or digital currency. Apparently they're toying with the idea, as my father-in-law is saying, using a digital currency somehow connected to a Visa or MasterCard to get stimulus checks out because the Democrats won't budge. I don't know. I told Gail I'd look into it and get back. So my father-in-law, I had to put him in his place tonight. He was telling me to go vote blue all the way down the line. I said, I'll vote who I want. I said, I already got one moderator accuses me of being a Republican, and I'm neutral. He says, I know this. But I said, who I vote for is my damn business. Whether I get drunk on election night or not is my business. I said, the thing is, and then he had to tell me about a show he watches on YouTube. The guy does every time the president does a speech, the guy is so damn funny. He was talking about today. This guy's name is David Pakman. I've seen David Pakman. I don't think anything this guy says is funny. Funny is throwing a pie in Pee-wee's face for humor. Jokingly, of course. This guy on YouTube is not funny. Another thing is again, like said, this clickbait. I went to look up something. Someone saying we're guaranteed $1,200 on Saturday. It was bullshit. The guy couldn't guarantee that he can clean my toilet on Saturday. Literally, I mean, I'm just making a comment. I saw a Snoopy movie where Snoopy goes to France, and he's laughing because there's these bunnies and they're throwing pies in their faces. Well, everyone wants the president to bypass Congress to get stimulus checks, but question is it legal? And secondly, the world's basically pissed because, the world is angry that, that they're going to make their own digital currency to support it. But then you're basically giving free money to the people. They could take that digital currency and go and spend it, say, you can give each $1 million to a person, Gail, or $10 million in digital currency, and it wouldn't matter. Hell, we can give everyone, including you and Pee-wee, $1 trillion a person. It doesn't matter. It's all numbers. You just put in the numbers. You can give everyone $999 cajillion, and we wouldn't have to work ever again. It's all digital currency. No one knows the outcome of it, but you start making digital currency, then some companies will founder because how is a digital currency going to pay for things? There's got to be something tied to a bank. You see, it's a complicated issue, Gail. Well, yeah, you see, there you go. I mean, literally, Pee Wee said it too. The president can't do it, but that's where I said it. They got to look into it now. And I think Pee Wee would agree, it's got to be connected to a bank somehow and connected to a Visa or MasterCard. So even if everyone got, say, $10 million a month in digital currency, which is equivalent to US dollars, we would never work. And two is, how does it pay to buy everything you want in Amazon? No taxes, nothing. It's a complicated issue, Gail. Well, yeah. Well, I know it isn't funny. I'm just saying that this guy, David Pac-Man, wasn't funny. Having my dog mooch from Moisty Food's funny. David Pac-Man is not funny. I mean, literally, And to me, let me just give you my opinion, Gail, on the post office thing too. The sorting machines they removed. Now, everyone's up in arms about it. I just saw a report tonight. My father-in-law was talking about it. Again, I looked it up too while talking here in the beginning of the video, where it talked about the American people are seeing this on every newspaper across the country, every mainstream media. It's all about the Postal Service. I think because Mitch McConnell spoke today and stated that post office will be fine. He's against the president and thinks the president's kind of paranoid or whatever, that Mitch McConnell's distancing himself from the president. But, you got all the Democrats and the independents ready to vote in the Senate that passed the $25 billion. And you got 10 Republicans right now willing to go back and vote for it. So if you get the House and you get all the Democrats and you get you get the Democrats and you get 10 Republicans and maybe the independents, you got enough to pass this $25 billion vote by Monday next week. And then you reverse things. To me, I don't, I think Mitch McConnell's going to be forced to vote on it. And that's going to piss off the president. But at the same time, if they can pass $25 billion, and, there was Dr. Goopa, Dr. what's his name, Sanja or whatever, that he gave me a link about, they might be able to vote on a stimulus package. But Mark Meadows is the determining factor that keeps stonewalling the damn thing. I mean, the American people are suffering. When 40 million people get homeless, the president's got 40 million less voters. And people might just march in line anyways to vote. And if they vote, they might just vote them out in droves. Like the Democratic National Committee convention today with Michelle Obama said, vote them out in droves. Well, that kind of scared me reading that on the front page of my newspaper today. Vote them out in droves. Me, when I vote, I'm going to keep my vote private, but I will say, I'm neutral. I'm more for the American people. But Jen, that's the thing. I don't sugarcoat anything, and the American people are suffering. Now, $1,200, they should be giving more, because $1,200 is a drop in the bucket. It'll pay 2 months of my rent. That's it. Then what? Then people will be asking for another stimulus. They should give a big enough stimulus to cover all the back bills, and maybe it'll be fine. But then again, it doesn't make sense. I may be a dumb woman that doesn't know anything, but I can see the American people suffering. People are giving up hope. I've been reading a lot of comments today. And a lot of the comments are, I've given up hope. It's all smoke and mirrors. We're not going to get another stimulus check. Mitch McConnell and a couple other people said the stimulus checks are dead. The next stimulus package is dead. They're pointing fingers at the Democrats. The Democrats brought down the bill lower, like I told Pee Wee, it would pass, but they're basically causing as much problems as both parties. Now, Gail said vote them all out. Well, Mitch McConnell should be voted out, but still. Manny Pacquiao's a Filipino. My wife loves Manny Pacquiao. Well, the digital currency would be linked to a Visa or MasterCard. That's how they would do it. But unfortunately, a lot of companies don't want to go that route because they don't know how they're really truly going to get paid. It'd be like giving items for free. $1,200 won't stretch at all. Well, these ones here, the ones that I've watched, a lot of the subscribers, a lot of the ones that I've watched lately are clickbait. They're just basically trying to say $1,200, we're going to get it Saturday. We're not going to get jack shit. I mean, look. No offense to anyone here. I love Pee Wee dearly. She's a sister. But me and Pee Wee's had a few debates recently about Susan Rice. And I basically said, look, Kamala Harris is on the ticket because they want to give $2,000 a month till the pandemic's over, retroactive. Biden's going to use that card. I guarantee he's going to give it. There's a lot of people out there just saying they'll vote for Biden just to get their $2,000 a month. And then there's other people saying that are Republicans that are fed up with both parties. The Republicans are only for the rich, and they don't care about 40 million people going homeless and, people not getting their food and, etc. People dying of no meds and no insulin. And it's basically the country's divided. My father-in-law, I agree with him there. It's divided politically, religiously, and financially. And shit's going to hit the fan before November, I guarantee it. And it ain't going to be funny. Well, yeah, I love Manny too. I used to watch it all the time. Well, let me ask you this then, Pee Wee, okay? Color me stupid, all right? Or let me get my sign up that says, I'm stupid. If you ever seen that song where it says, that one guy, I can't remember his name, Bill Engwall, where he talks about, I'm stupid. Well, here's my sign, I'm stupid. So I think it's Bill Engwall. So here's my thing, all right? So Bill Engwall, right, here we go. The video. Bill Engwall. My husband loved this. So my thing is, let me ask a stupid question. That's Bill Engwall, by the way. Here's my sign. I'm holding up my sign now, Pee Wee. How are they going to get away with get Kamala Harris to be president? Biden's president. That thing is, she's not going to have him assassinated. What? She's going to have Congress and she's going to work with Nancy Pelosi. Mind here, to declare that Biden's unfit for the presidency and use the 25th Amendment. If they were going to do that, wouldn't they use the 25th Amendment already to say, hypothetically, that Donald Trump is unfit to be president? Therefore, they would have used the 25th Amendment. That's the only card that I can think of. What are you thinking? I don't think they're going to have snipers go take him out or whatever, unless you think, Well, yeah. See, there you go. You just answered it. The 25th Amendment. How do you know Pelosi's going to be reelected either, I didn't think there was any test as president. Probably I'd fail the cognitive test then myself. So there was another thing I was just going to talk about politic-wise tonight. So I was reading a report, right? Now, I know Sister Pee-wee's from California, and I understand Barbara Boxer retired. Well, when I heard the old crypt keeper Dianne Feinstein is still a senator, I was like, holy shit, that old lady's still senator? Well, so my question is, Barbara Boxer apparently retired. I'll see if Pee-wee tells me if she has or hasn't. I haven't Googled it yet. But Dianne Feinstein is still in the Senate. I thought Dianne Feinstein, that crypt keeper, was retired. I heard rumors she was retired. Let me see. She's 87 years old, and the old crypt keeper is still running. She's been a senator since 1992. Let me check Wikipedia. 92. She's up there, or 82. How old is she? Assumed office in 2017. All right. 2017. Hold on. She's aged. So she's married to a guy in 1980. 87. Holy shit. She must have had plastic surgery too, She's serving Kamala Harris. Wait a minute. Kamala Harris and Barbara Boxer is Barbara Boxer retired. Is that what it is? If I read this right, Barbara Boxer was taken by. Let's see, Barbara Boxer. All right, I'm looking at this. United States Senator, 79 years old. So she's retired. Damn. Didn't think so. Harris took Boxer's job, I assume, because there's 2 senators for each state that I can think of. Well, right now, the Postal Service, Cam, said to me that a lot of people's medicines causing people to get sick and die, going to the emergency room, trying to get medicine differently. And 2 is Social Security checks are on the bottom floor, and packages are hell of a delayed, Oh, the poll was earlier, Izzy. I just didn't know who wanted to join, Because I was going to do StreamYard to talk about politics, stimulus checks, unemployment, that type of thing. I didn't know if Pee-wee ever wanted to join StreamYards, join in on the video conversation, Well, yeah, I agree with you. The homeless population. I agree, Gail. I mean, we don't even. I'm going to look up something just out of curiosity. There's 2 things I want to look up. All right, so I just want to see. So good old Mitch is 78 years old. Can you believe that? Yeah, he needs to retire. And so Lindsey Graham is 65 years old. Again, he's outdid himself in time. He should retire. He's got enough money. Well, thanks. I appreciate it, Cam. And Pee-wee's main account's been locked until they unlock it. So that's why Pee-wee has her second account with the wrench. I haven't done it yet. I mean, I can turn on StreamYard. I was planning to take the poll for tomorrow to find out who's going to join on StreamYard, As long as you have a camera, a mic, or a cell phone, or a laptop or desktop, you can do it. If it's a laptop, well, you can do it. If it's a desktop, you can do it, No, actually, some people are still getting. I talked to my Gail, I talked to my friend who's a Republican that I know who's in the U.S. House of Representatives in Eastern Washington, who stated that some people still get paper checks for whatever reason. So not everything's been phased out. Because of it, some of these people have not gotten their checks in 2 weeks because it's on the post office floor. So, and one report I read the other day stated that one postal employee went to his boss and his boss says, no comment. He says, there's too fucking much mail. There's about 3 months piled up on the floor. Can't we do anything? He says, no comment. And this was in a newspaper in England that I read. Same article was used in Scotland, Ireland, Wales, Australia, New Zealand. I mean, literally, we're talking shit hit the fan, And Kamala Harris, I'm really kind of worried about her, Oh yeah, sure, I can do that. I'd like to see that, Well, I don't know. When I opened the door in my robe today, Pee Wee, I got my packages. I had my robe tight. I leaned over and I said, "So, tell me about the question I have for you for my YouTube channel." She said, "Sure. What's the deal with my mail being delayed? I still haven't seen the electric bill or other bills." She looked at me, young lady, and she says, "It's all fucking politics. No comment." I said, "Well, what about other issues?" And she says, "There's fucking people dying because they don't have their insulin or their meds because we ship meds. And people are dying because of it. And all we got to say is no comment." She's like, "I'm tired of this. It's all fucking bullshit." She says, "Maybe you should contact the electric company and get your electric bill sent to you by email." I just had to sit there, Pee Wee, and go, I'm standing there and I'm going, "Email. You got to be fucking kidding me." She's like, "Nope." She says, "I can't talk, but I can tell you people are dying." She says, "We already have a plan to make sure all the ballots are in time." She says, "Your best bet is to take your ballot down to the courthouse and drop it in the ballot box." She says, "I don't think that fucking orange-headed dictator buffoon would basically ban the ballot boxes." She says, if there's any more packages, I'll deliver them to you." I was like, "Well, thank you for your time." She's like, "Yep, no problem." She says, "I'll look for your YouTube channel later." But yeah. 34. Well, the thing is I have connections inside the Seattle post office at the airport that brings in international mail and two of the main mail hubs. My uncle is a postal worker, and a lot of my uncle's friends still work. So I contacted them on it, and they're saying that the warehouses in Seattle are pretty much fucking full. Sorting machines moved out and everything else, so it's just like stacked up. Basically, what they can't sort, they just throw in a pile, And she said when my uncle worked, they had a team that would sort the mail, put it in baskets, and send it off to the local post offices in the Seattle area or the suburbs, where he went out and got the mail in a little baggage car type thing, carrying these little trailers. And he'd go out, and the airplane that would come in would take the bags, put them on a conveyor belt, load them into this cart. He'd drive it in, tell them to sort it. He'd sit at a table, listen to a scanner, and the scanner would say another plane coming in, yada, 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 American Airlines flight number, and he'd jump in his little cart, drive over there. At lunchtime, he'd go over to one of the restaurant terminals in either the North or South Satellite and get himself some lunch. And that was his job for 40 fucking years. So when I contacted his cronies, well, yeah, mail's piling up like crazy, you know. Well, yeah, that's the thing. The thing is they are the thing. Here's the deal, Pee Wee. Okay, the lady tipped her hand. Okay, here's how I know it. They got plans. Okay, Jay Inslee's got a secret plan. This postal lady said that's going to make sure all the ballots are delivered, whether it be hand delivered or through the postal service or whatever means. The state of Washington will get the mail and the ballots to us in time. All we got to do is rush it down to the ballot box. And as she said, as long as that orange-headed dictator buffoon can't remove the ballot boxes and people vote in massive numbers, she said the son of a bitch lost. So that's the thing. Medicine, Social Security checks. She said there's packages stacked up at our local post office has been backed up for 2 weeks. I said, no wonder why fucking, you know, and what the real problem is she also said that most of these packages that are backed up are SurePost. And you know what SurePost is. Amazon uses SurePost and UPS takes it all the way to the nearest mail center or post office. And the post office delivers. SurePost is stacked up. She said that orange-headed dictator buffoon, quote unquote, was delaying Amazon packages. Well, Amazon said they're having a shit ton of problems with packages. So the other day, I was just talking to a couple of people. I brought this up to Poppy tonight. I said, I bet you in Q3 in September, that'll be between $40 and $80 billion more that Bezos won because everyone is ordering their food on Amazon. And if you heard my story, I don't think you were here yesterday. Contacted Amazon today and yesterday, and I ordered food. And they say food goes out pretty quick. Fortunately, my food and Chloe's food aren't being shipped until the 31st of fucking August. They have it in stock. Their warehouse is too backlogged. I mean, that tells you right there the fucking country is going to hell in a handbasket. Well, I actually literally instigated the question for the YouTube channel, Pee Wee. It wasn't her choice. I just said, hey, can you tell me what goes on, you know, and she did. First, there was no comment. Then she just sang like a jailbird. You know, so to me, I thought it was good to get her information because I was bitching about the fucking postal service. Well, yeah, I mean, she just didn't care, you know. But yeah, my opinion is I asked and she told. Well, I don't understand why the medicine's not being delivered to Social Security checks, but to me, as my dad said, it's not for me to know or understand. My job is just to quote unquote vote blue across the board. But I told him tonight, you're not voting, so why does your opinion count? When you can vote, then your opinion counts. Or as Cam said, he's voting for buffalo wings. Or is that what you're putting in on the ballot, or are you going to eat buffalo wings while everyone's voting, Cam? My opinion is I don't understand. That's it. I don't really understand where this goes bad. I better finish up this wine. There's not much left in the bottle, so. But yeah, like I said, the old man, he's not voting, so why does he care? He told me to get out there and vote them all out. I think if you're going to do that, Cam, you might want to talk to Sister Lauren, aka Pee Wee, about that one because she'll give you an earful about that one. And I'm looking forward while I drink this wine to see what she has to say about that, Cam. Because frankly, Pee Wee knows my answer. That's the stupidest thing you could do. But if you're willing to take some of your money and invest it in silver bars, then go right ahead. Don't know. I just bought some organic chicken tonight. Chloe picked me up some ground chicken and some chicken breast that was organic. Got some organic sausage, ground sausage, goat, lamb, hamburger. So to me, I think it's pretty good. They also have organic whole chickens too. So what did Trump off? Okay, hold on. $10 million for what? That doesn't make sense. What did he offer $10 million for? This is the last of the wine. So I think the Dems wanted to do at least $10 billion for the post office. $25 billion is what his cabinet did. Yeah. Before you ask, I'm talking about the cabinet. His postal governors wanted $25 billion. Problem is here's the kicker of the Democrats, everyone. Well, I'm still waiting to see what Pee Wee's got to say to you about voting Biden. But let me just tell you my opinion. Postal governors, right, have to be chosen for their expertise and skills in the post office. The Democrats are now, quote unquote, I read it today in most of the newspapers, saying that they're going to go after the governors because it's all conflict of interest, and therefore they want to replace them all, including Postmaster General DeJoy. So, Cam was asking Pee Wee if you would tell her the point on, tell Cam the point, brother Cam, about why he should not get revenge in voting Biden in for Donald Trump defunding the post office. Hello, KF. Hey, Kentucky Fried Tofu. Meet my moderator, Pee Wee. She's got an earful tonight to tell you about that infrastructure thing. I'm going to drink this wine and see what she's got to say. Well, I told that to my old man, okay, Pee Wee, my father-in-law. He told me I needed to vote blue across the board. Doesn't matter. Vote them all out. Yet I told him, we were talking about the FEMA funds, how there might not be any FEMA funds and the coronavirus money, and it'll be gone in 3 weeks. And then they're stuck at square one again. The old man was like, well, you got to vote them all out. My mail has been fucking delayed like crazy. I mean, literally. I just printed out about 20 letters, signed them, threw them in the mailbox for business transactions that I do from time to time. Nothing. I literally had to email my companies that I go through, and they're still waiting for the fucking mail. So, you know how it goes. So, Kentucky Fried Tofu, meet my sister, moderator Lauren, aka Pee Wee. And Cam says enlightened. Oh, yeah, you already enlightened him by saying, vote for the person. Yeah, that's what I told the old man. I mean, look, Pee Wee, honestly, okay? Here's the deal. That night, Sister Kimmy came in, accused me of being a Republican. I'm neutral. As I said that night, Pee Wee, I will vote on whoever I think will do the job the best. And no one's going to tell me otherwise. So if someone wants to label me a Republican, all because, I'm against, supposedly against Democrats and sex changes and Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. But right now is not the time to debate sex changes or surgeries or whatever, or these things. The thing is we're in a pinch with money. Literally. That's the thing. We are all hurting, and yet everyone wants to say that I'm anti-trans, anti-gay, anti-lesbian, anti-democrat, anti-this, anti-that. I'm only for my own self. Really? I'm only for myself? That's original. I'm only for myself. Right. And then I go and I talk to you all without sugarcoating it. And I tell you like it is, with Kamala Harris being on the ticket, to no stimulus checks anytime soon, to everything else. And yet I'm anti-stimulus checks. I'm anti-Republican. I'm anti-Democrat. If both parties came together for the better of the American people, it might sway things. But right now, the only reason why I'm voting is because I want an opinion. And two is I'm tired of people telling me I'm Republican or Democrat. I am neither. When they can get to quit being bullies and children in the playground and pass something for the American people, hell, I would be a great president. I guarantee you that. But I don't have the backing, and maybe I should run in 2024. Problem is, here's an idea. How do I get the publicity instead of using YouTube just to get recognition to the mainstream media that the American people are suffering? If we go into a depression, no one's going to be able to get us out for 10 fucking years. I told that to the old man. He told me to invest in silver stocks, where I put my money into silver stock, but I don't have silver on hand. What a complete dick. Hold on. Won't blindly follow any party, try to base my votes personally. Trump requests you can't blame Trump on crap that has already screwed up before you. Every time USPS funding was needed under Obama, it got funded. Even under Bush, it got funded. More jobs are created by Trump than any other president. He has done more than the nation than any other president. Do research. And the demo rats, immigrants defunding police and taking guns, other side Social Security defunds post office wants forced vaccines. Democrats want to give more to immigration. Yes, Gail. Defunding police. Yes, that's totally up there now. I mean, look, Seattle's trying to defund the fucking police. If I remember correctly, don't quote me. Pete, we can correct me. But I think it was St. Paul, Minnesota, or Minneapolis that decided to defund the police. Taking guns, definitely. If they control both the House and Senate, guns will be taken away. Other side takes Social Security, defunds post office, and wants forced vaccines. Well, in your opinion, Gail, here's how the political spectrum. They don't want to take Social Security away so much. They want to give payroll tax credits for life, and they want to take it out of the general fund. The old man and I argued about that one too tonight. And they want to do mandatory vaccines, which I refute. So yes. So let's see. Why does the post office need to ask for money all the time? Or independent? Like I said, most of our infrastructure gets funded by tax, doesn't make profit. Doesn't mean we're getting rid of USPS, military paid roads. This is no more a tax thing. Tax thing is insanity. All lives matter, especially humans are stewards of the earth. Trump is not taking Social Security. He's taking money from the unemployment boost through the general fund. Well, actually, if you read the executive order, Pee Wee, he's taking money from the DF, the Disaster Relief Fund, the DRF, and the Corona Relief Fund, the CRF. And they said there's enough money in those funds for 3 weeks. I read the executive order myself. Well, I thought wait a minute, I'm going to get involved in here, Tofu. Fire department isn't paid by the fucking federal government. The fire department's paid by the city in the state and the county. So, for example, you pay county property taxes. Like Pee Wee has a house in, say, where I live, hypothetically, and she pays the property taxes. That pays for the police department, the fire department, the local ambulance service, and schools. Yeah, if correct me, maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I always knew taxes. Worse, I mean, I don't know if I could be worse or not worse. I'm just saying, I could run for president, but I don't know how to get on the ballot. Well, let me put it to you this way. There's county taxes that pay for the county. The county and city levies taxes to people who live there, pay their wages, and pays things. So if Oprah owns 8 houses or 10 houses, she owns one here on the island, she pays county tax that pays, I believe, Lopez Island for fire department, schools, and police department, or the local sheriff. And she pays the taxes here. Oprah has a house on one of the islands. Now, let me put it to you this way, okay? The way I see it, Tofu, is I was talking to my father-in-law tonight, and we talked about, I'm going through the comments one by one, okay? That's why I'm slow. And I said, if there's 40 million people unemployed, that will tip the stock market to take a shit. And when massive shit happens and clogs up the toilet, it's going to overflow. And when it overflows, the infrastructure is going to start to crack because there's 40 million homeless and no resources to take care of them because of no unemployment. So in my opinion, the Democrats and the Republicans need to get off their lazy, useless asses and fight for the American people over who's going to be elected in November. Defunding the police would cause great numbers of murders. Yes, they could. I already said he's not taking it from Social Security. I just stated it's coming from the general fund. However, people are talking and making big splash in the newspaper. He wants to do payroll tax cuts to defund Social Security, and most elderly, they want to vote the bastard out. And I think it's wrong. The mainstream media is using this type of tactic. And Biden isn't even basically punching back, nor is Kamala Harris. In my opinion, someone who's basically not even fighting back makes me think that they're a communist, socialist, pacifist that will let the American people fight for them. That's why I said, Tofu, taxes. Like, for example, you own a boat, so you pay a luxury tax, I assume, or a tax every year for your title or whatever it is, and you pay your Coast Guard certification, whatever fees. And so you pay your taxes on your gas, you pay your diesel, you pay your taxes on your fishing licenses, you pay your taxes on your house, you pay everything. That goes to take care of the community you live in, which is what's needed. There is no federal tax for property taxes. It's all. I'm finishing it up.
The reason?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if federal funds do. I know that the government is trying to do a tax, a GST or goods and service tax. Well, I didn't say that, Pee Wee. I didn't say they're going to be a communist nation. I just said the way it looks under Biden, I said it's a communist, socialist. I don't remember the other word I used, but you get my idea. Oh, yeah, exactly, Pee Wee. I mean, let me put it to you this way, okay? So people think, when we pay taxes, right? Let me show you this. I pay $9 a can on the island. I pay $14 for 5 at the reservation when I get there. Chloe's going to the res soon, and she's going to be 2 rolls. So, because she's going to Walmart for me. Now, there you go, $9. Pack of natural American spirits, $14 a pack. I agree. Defunding the police will have no law and order, but I don't think they're going to get away with it. If they do, like I said, it's every man, woman, and child for himself. Crossbow's ready. My black powder pistol's ready. I'll do what I have to defend. So basically, here's another thing. Pee Wee and I live in high tax counties. Like I said, cigarettes, $14 a pack. Dip, $9 a can. When you go online, I was just asking a guy the other day, okay? I went to a friend of mine and found out he's selling some game collections. So I emailed him and said, this is what I'm looking for. You want to give me a deal on it? He said, yeah, Rito. Okay. I said, what happened? You financially strapped? He said, yeah. So I asked him, I said, if I go through your Amazon store, I got to pay sales tax. He says, everyone's got to pay sales tax. Amazon and eBay. About, I don't know, 48 states or 46 states forces you to pay sales tax. So if you buy something on eBay, they go in and pull the money out of between your tits, and they squeeze them while they're basically milking you for every dime that ain't nailed down. I mean, Pee Wee state, my state has high in gas tax, diesel tax. Hell, they want to pass a tax where you have to pay a tax for walking on the sidewalks. Hell, the other day I was saying, well, I got a trike, I'll just run that. They want to put a little meter on how many miles I ride every day so I can freaking pay the tax for using the public roads or the sidewalks for this state. This state is a fucking greedy state. My father pays $12,000 a year for taxes. And by the way, Pee Wee, not that I care for my father-in-law's opinion, but he was balancing his checkbook the other day, wrote a check, got it all set up, and he was one day late, so the county charged him $300 extra for late taxes. Hold on. Washington's taxed to death too, so Indians had to raise their prices. Washington, the tribal nations, people go there just to get their smokes. Look, Pee Wee. Sorry, not Pee Wee, Gale. Remember what I said a while ago? I was talking to you about pot. And in this state, if you take pot, you smoke pot, you have a pot card for the dispensary. By federal law, you're not entitled to a handgun. If you lied and you have a gun, before you got the pot card, you must hand your pot gun over to the local authorities if you have a firearm, because you're not supposed to smoke pot and have a gun too. It's against the federal law. I was trying to tell you that the other day. So my father-in-law got a card for a dispensary. He said it was fine. He gave up his gun rights for a pot card. So just think about it. They know, the government knows you have a gun and you're doing pot. They might just pound on your door and take all your weapons, because the 4473 form says, do you have a pot card? Do you smoke recreational marijuana, or do you have a prescription for it? Prescription or not, you lose your fucking gun rights. That's something I was trying to warn you about the other day on video. Well, I'm Cherokee, so I don't agree that we should be taxed, As they call me, I got two names. Some call me Chief Angry Polar Bear, and others call me Chief Stalking Snow Leopard. Well, you know me, Pee Wee. I love Filipinos. I can't complain. Filipinos are great people. Of course, I wish Annie would know how I feel. Well, with me, our tribal cigarettes, they charge $5 a pack. So if you buy a carton, it's $60. American Spirits is like $9 a pack, but still it's cheaper. You buy off island, and you go to the res. I mean, I'm getting. Let me put it this way: if I go to the reservation, And I used 2 coupons, $7 off for 2 types of tobacco, 2 types, Skoal in Copenhagen. Instead of paying $28 for 2 rolls, I paid $21. That's out the door. Now, if I want, the only thing our reservation of states forces us to pay on is booze. They make you pay the same booze price as a grocery store. But cigarettes, that's a different story. Well, I've seen cigar. I was at the tribal reservation in February, and they were charging. Last time I was there, it was like $40 for basic carton smokes. Marlboros were like 50, and Camel Wides. I used to buy Camel Wides for my husband. It's like 40 cartons. So it depends. Now in Kentucky, when I was there with my husband for his grandmother's funeral, I don't know how many fucking cartons I bought, but they were $9 a carton for fucking something called pokers. I bought like 20 cartons of those little flavored cigars, those little filtered cigars that looked like cigarettes. They called Boazes. Bought the entire smoke shop out. I couldn't believe how cheap Kentucky's smokes were at the time. Well, I like the Boaz cherries, and they were like $7.50 a carton for like 200 little cigars. So my suitcase was filled on the way home when I got on the train to go back after the funeral. The little Boaz cigars, me and Poppy were talking about, but those things are cheap. Same with those pokers. Well, Washington taxes the shit out of people too. I mean, remember what I told you, sis? I was at the my my chocolate shop the other day. I called her and I said I'd like some more port wine, and you know me and my port wine. That Woodby Island port wasn't bad. I actually emailed her and see if she's got a case of that. That's pretty cheaper than what I'm usually drinking. It was really sweet too. I liked it. So anyway, she turns around and she said she'd get back to me. And I said, well, what's with the tax? Because I don't get it. Well, because she does wine tasting, and even though I'm a good member, sis, every bottle of port wine, let's just say hypothetically, this one, she sold me this, is a 21% sales tax because it's a dessert wine. And so I went over to my wine guy, the where I got the Moscato and the Riesling and stuff. He charged me 8.6% sales tax. I went into the wine shop, the one I told you about where the crackers and cheese weren't free. He charged me 21% because we're at his wine tasting room per bottle, and I bought 6 bottles. I'm looking at the receipt going, and he's like, what's wrong? I said, nothing. My cousin's like, what's wrong? I said, nothing. So when I left, and we went and had a drink after we got done with our other wine tasting. Wine tasting was free. I bought some wines there and had it shipped to the hotel when my family's out there. We sat down, and we're having a nice day, nice time. And I said, look at this. They looked at the receipts and said, oh my God, 21% sales tax just on wine. I mean, literally 8.6 for chocolates and 21% for wine. I mean, they know how to fucking tax the shit out of people. I'm wondering how these fucking businesses will stay afloat, But damn, the state taxes the shit out of you. I mean, literally, when Chloe walked out the door on that bike with everything she needed to it, it came to like $1,994 with sales tax. I literally almost fucking fell over backwards. Well, if you go to a grocery store, they only charge 8.6. But say, for example, I was buying, I bought this, right? I bought this. I bought this bottle when, in May, as you know, the good cognac, the 50 year, the stuff that dreams are made of. They charged me 8.6% sales tax. Then they charged me about 40% more for the tax. All in all, this thing came out to more than enough taxes. At least I got free shipping out of the fucking deal, but still, it was fucking, they charged the cognac's cheap. I mean, literally, this bottle came to like $230 afterwards. They charged like $50 sales tax for the damn thing. And it's a $180 bottle, and that was free shipping. So, anyways, my point is the taxpayers, well, Florida is going to be high. It might flip. They say Florida might flip blue this year too. Be crying shame if Florida flips blue tofu. I, on the other hand, don't know what to think. So. So before anyone asked what I had for dinner, Chloe brought some ground meat back. It's defrosting, so it's not defrosted. So my dinner consisted of a piece of organic white sharp cheddar cheese for dinner. Right. Washington will never go red. Well, Washington won't go red. I guarantee it. There's too many people in Oregon that won't flip it either. My cousin said Washington, Oregon, Washington will not ever flip red. We have a blue governor, and everyone worships Jay Inslee, and they're not going to fucking change it red. I mean, literally, if you're going to say 49 states are going to change to red, okay, hypothetically, this is not a debate, and I'm thinking with my noodle here. I thought it was a 7-pound gland, like Robin Williams said, 7-pound gland. I'm thinking with my noodle, or is there a hamster on the wheel? I don't remember. Hold on. Or is there a white Dutch dwarf bunny named Ebony in there, or Ivory in there? Anyways, let's see. Okay, computing now. That to flip it all red would mean that there's going to be a lot of voter fraud. And with the newspapers doing what they're fucking doing, I think we're going to see fucking more states flip blue and less red. They're talking Wisconsin and Michigan's going to flip blue, and Pennsylvania. And if he gets, and Arizona, I've talked to family and friends in Arizona that say that's going to flip. I mean, literally, they say Utah might flip. I mean, you look at the demographic map of currently what states can flip, which ones. Even my friend, even the family I have, extended family and actual blood family in Texas says the Hispanics might flip that damn state blue, just like when LBJ was running things. It's like that movie Nixon. You're gonna have to take Fivis Finkel. You're gonna have to take this swallow this pill hard, Dick. they won the election fair and square. They had Texas, and the GED cattle even voted. I don't use God's name in vain. So, and at that time,
Did they win California too at the time, or just Texas?
and at that time, apparently, LBJ was a blue Democrat, and apparently the Southern Democrats of Texas was happy to have Texas in his column, and he ran it until the Vietnam War, and then he got out. And shit hit the fan, and Jack, I can't remember his name, but anyways, one of Nixon's truest advisors lived in Texas. That guy funneled so much money to flip it red, flip it a different thing, but, they were all anti-blacks, The Nixon movie explains it. I just can't remember how it goes. It's been a while since I watched the movie. I should rent Nixon again, Well, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. My father-in-law said the same thing. Even though my father's not voting, Cam, he said pretty much that 40 million people, 21 to 40 million people go homeless. They might just go march up there and vote them out anyways to get their $2,000 a month and put Kamala Harris in the spotlight. So, the thing is the blue states, I honestly think there might be some corruption with both parties. And so far, that's why I'm voting privately, so no one knows who I'm voting for. But the thing is I'm doing a lot of research between now and the election time, like my husband taught me, so I know who I can, Well, apparently, Tofu, Biden said when he gets elected into office, he will do a mandatory mask mandate. However, Kamala Harris is promising $2,000 a month. The day they get taken into the White House. The bill will be ready to sign at the Capitol, giving retroactivism from March of 2019 to January of 2021, which means that's 10 months or $2,000 a person. So a family of 5, that's 10 grand. That's 100 grand free and clear for them. Yeah, they're going to vote Kamala Harris because she promised them. That's what they're talking, Cam. So let me ask you this then, okay? Tofu, do you really think Trump's going to lose? I just want to hear your opinion. We're all having a great debate here, and I don't want to, we're all having a debate. I want to get answers and questions because, frankly, I'm still learning and I'm doing research. And you said it's about the coronavirus, so let's see what you say. So, well, sis, I can basically state, here's my sign. Here's the sign. I'm stupid. Well, I try to have a can of soda a day, sometimes one every 2 or 3 days. Well, Gail, that's what my father-in-law said. He says, this is the time that we got to crush the Republicans. And he said it. This is the time that they get off their ass and quit being lazy and do it, Oh, we know there's a lot of idiots in the nation. Well, yeah, exactly. $2,000 a month, back pay all the way. So say you and your husband got $2,000 a month, right? Now I know what you're gonna say before you even say it, because your financial problem we keep to ourselves, right, sis? But anyways, the financial problem goes like this. Excuse me, I'm just putting some deodorant on, kind of sweating with this heat. You know as well as I do that the American people, that a lot of them are tired of Donald Trump. They're believing what the mainstream media says. As long as the mainstream media feeds the shit machine, they're going to eat it and be happy. Even if 40 million people lose their home, as Poppy said, they'll just rebound when they get January. They'll get $2,000 a person. So the $2,000 for one person for 10 months is 20 grand free and clear. So say you and your husband, it's $2,000 a person. So your husband, Biden gets in, you and your husband gets 40 grand for 10 months. Hey, why not, right? I know it's unfeasible, but I'm just saying. Family of 5, 10 grand a month. Or a family, if someone has a family of 9 people, that's 18,000 a month. You see the math? They will sell themselves for 2 grand a month because they think they're entitled to it. So they're going to vote for the 2 grand a month. Remember, I told you this. I told you, and I called it a while ago, that, yeah, Kamala Harris is basically buying time for Biden to get in, and then she'll take over. That's correct. And when she does, Pelosi will take over, and they'll still keep doing it and making this a socialist country. Meanwhile, they might try to do a universal, uh, what do you call that program? A universal benefits program where everyone gets a fixed amount per month, whether up to from a certain age onwards. UBI, I think Universal Basic Insurance, I think it's called. Anyways, if they do that, the country's gotten socialist. And so right now, I'm, like I said, staying neutral, but I know everything coming down the pipe. Literally, I've talked to the friend of mine of Washington State who is a Republican congressman who said, and I quote, "They'll vote us in. Most of us will vote for the bill. It'll pass. 10 senators and 10 Republican senators, 2 independents, and whatever. And if they put heat on a few other senators, by the time they get ready to vote for this bill, the post office bill will pass, and that'll be that. You can see postal election fraud. It'll basically make it so everyone gets their meds and their Social Security checks, but it is going to hinder, that. It could also kick DeJoy and his cronies out of office too. So the big point is he said it could be ugly. And then you got people that Poppy was saying could cause civil war because they don't want Trump out of office, so they're going to fight if Biden gets in civil war. If Biden doesn't get in civil war. So anyway, look at it, the best course of action is make yourself a big bag of popcorn, grab a soda, put in The Future of America on YouTube, joking, of course, just sit back and watch it and see what the hell happens. Well, I agree there, but I don't know. Science, they're not bright when it comes to science. Well, who do you think's going to win, Tofu? Do you think Biden will win or Trump will win? You said you don't think he will win. I'm hearing that Trump's going to basically be kicked out and the army's going to have to escort him out. Well, all I know is the media is making my head hurt. And all I want to do is focus on stimulus checks and unemployment benefits for people. Business is failing, no unemployment, 40 million people might be homeless. Shit's going to hit the fan. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. If you got $2,000 additional on your SSI, you would get it regardless, Cam. Thing is, it's free money. So Kamala Harris, they'll make it so you can have it and still survive during the pandemic. Be back paid for all the groceries you need. Forced socialism by bribery. Hello, Fumble Bun. Thing is I agree with Fumble Bum. How you doing? Forced bribery is what's going to happen, and it's going to be by bribery. And if the how does my mom say it, her old term? The cogs turn a certain way, and the cogs turn a certain way, and in the end, you get that, Extremists are protesting in the streets, going to people's houses, demanding that people give their blacks their houses and wallets. They gotta live on an island. I'd be kicking all their asses. And I wouldn't open the door. I got those cameras everywhere. Well, I agree. Gail, it will be genocide. And that's where I say the problem learns. I mean, look, everyone knows. Pee Wee knows. Fumblebum knows. You, Cameron, know. Everyone knows I'm against violence, but I'm also against hunger, homelessness, and more. And the more I see it, the more this country is getting out of hand. And the more I feel in my heart, bloody honestly, because I don't sugarcoat anything, that I think both parties don't give a shit whether we live or die. It's votes that count. Because if they cared for the American people, they would be locked in a room, not leaving, all their bank accounts frozen, and next thing you know, they'd come up with a stimulus plan that everyone can agree to. And then the American people wouldn't suffer. But right now, they're worried about the fucking country. And they're, worried about their votes over their fucking country. Don had a chance to be a rock star if we had taken the swift action. I don't know what to make of it when it comes to that. I mean, I see so many different conflicting, let me put it this way, conflicting and construing statements about what could or couldn't happen if they contained this. I don't know what to make about it much, Well, you know what? If we live in Venezuela, it's fine. I got plenty of silver bars. I got some gold bars. Frankly, it'll be fine. Maybe I can get a good deal on all the video games I want then. I mean, if we're going to be going, if I'm going to go politically on the greedy spectrum, fumble, jokingly, of course. I mean, look, I've done everything I can for the American people. I've given them everything they need and want, information stimulus wise. Instead, it's gone down the shitter. And, everyone says it's Trump's got to win or else. The thing is if the big man upstairs pushes a button and lets Biden win, we all got to accept it and move on. That's the problem. I'm scared. I'm scared for either or party. I mean, literally, I am so confused that I'm trying to stay out of the political limelight. What I think is unfair is 40 million people could be homeless and jobs will never come back. Malls will be turned into, by the way, has anyone heard that all the failing malls in the country might be turned into Amazon distribution centers for Bezos' new Amazon to one up Walmart again? Greedy son of a bitch. The media is the problem, unfortunately. Problem is, people believe whatever. I mean, I try to decipher and fine tune what I understand, and I got too many conflicting people giving me too many conflicting things. One person says Trump's the bomb. The other person says Biden's the bomb. Me, I just, well, look, worried about the people. I really don't care about politics. I mean, yeah, I'm still doing research, as my husband would say, to make sure things have. So, I mean, 40 million people can be homeless, and they're going to fill the streets. There's no resources, and it bothers me. The mainstream media is making this so bad that the American people are pushing for the Postal Service to be fixed. And if they do, who knows what's going to happen. I mean, all I know is I'm still waiting for my fucking electric bill, and they said they sent it on the 30th of July. Well, you know, the problem is like I said it before and I'll say it again. I called Kamala Harris because of $2,000. They're going to use that card. They're going to probably win, and we're all going to be going the way of Venezuela. Point is these freaking people are going to be tired when 40 million people are homeless with no homes, no cars, no money, no food, and they'll do whatever they have to survive. It's going into automatic survival mode, and that's what's sick. You know, we can have finger pointings till the cows come home. My problem is both parties won't come together to make a deal for unemployment benefits to stabilize things. And two is the stimulus checks people are talking about. Without stimulus checks, there's 2/3 of the population that wanted their meager, crappy, useless $1,200 that won't go far. So vote them all out. Well, fine by me. I mean, I'm just a spectator in this whole sport. My vote is just one vote. Yeah, well, the thing is, sis, I don't have Facebook. My sister's still pissed that I blew it up, but my sister called me a fucking flake. And then 2 days later, the Secret Service went to her door and accused me for it because I blew Facebook up. No one ever calls me a fucking flake. That's where I fucking draw the line. I have the most kindest heart in the world. I spent my own money to make sure my family came out here. The hotel bill was $330 a fucking night. I had to pay a fucking fee because they smoked in their room. They left their dog loose, and they were drinking in the hot tub. So you tell me right there. I was the most kindest heart. Now I can't use that hotel because all I want to do is spend the night in the hotel and use the hot tub as long as I wanted. They said, nope, I'm not welcome there because I paid the bill. Walmart's not shutting down, Gail. Walmart's just supersizing to try to take a piece of the pie for Amazon. I saw the report myself today. $98 if you live near a Walmart to deliver your damn groceries to you. Hell, I called up Walmart myself, asking about their future plan. They said, you live on an island. We ain't wasting the ferry ticket to deliver you measly motherfuckers groceries. You can go and have your groceries ready to go when you get into the parking lot, you know, the pickup line. I said, no, I'm not paying $98 for you basic bastards to basically have my groceries ready. I mean, literally, if I'm going there, you know, with my printer, I can print out the grocery information, send Chloe to do it. She can pick up my groceries at Walmart. Problem is, the damn sheriff tells us Chloe can't leave the island because if she does, she's going to be quarantined for 6 weeks. They don't want anyone traveling off island for groceries, but they don't want her traveling to Orcas Island for groceries. They told me to use Amazon, and guess what happened, Gail? No, I wasn't pointing at Chloe. They basically told me when I placed an order on Amazon for groceries that I have to wait till August 31st for it to be shipped out. Yeah, go great. Isn't that nice? I don't like people calling me flake. That's the thing. I like to do my own research.
Oh. You get your gaming soon?
Yeah, but I'm having a religious debate. You should take a nap, Chloe. You look tired. I might try that tonic port soon.
Tonic port?
Well, yeah, there's a ruby port in the thingy I paid. You know that Woodby Island port? I wanted some more of that. Might see if Eileen has a case. That was only like $12 a bottle. I might as well just get a case of that. Getting rid of corrupt cops helps NEC, but getting rid of good cops is not good. And you did defund them. Look, I don't think defunding the police is a good idea. Now, defunding the sheriff on this island, I support it only because there's not much crime, and the fucking local yokels don't do jack shit here. They got to go pick up the phone when Chloe makes threats against the government, and they got to call to see if they want to pull me out of my house again, and then it's like, I ain't leaving. That fucking young pup's 22, shouldn't have a gun. I don't trust that bastard with a 22-year-old with a gun. I don't trust that guy with a potato gun. That's how useless he is. Me and Chloe got attempted raped in our apartment, and the police said, well, you two are weird and you probably wanted it. And they didn't do anything to the guy. And since then, the guy is not on the island. Because of it, they decided to ship the son of a bitch off to fucking Eastern State Mental Hospital for 6 months to a year. Look, like I said, okay, Gail, here's the thing. Some people are crazy, okay? I don't believe Trump's going to use martial law. I do believe if he was going to do something between now and the election, he would declare it as a state of emergency if the virus got out of hand to the point where we can't contain it. Then he'd stay in. Big fucking deal. But I don't think he'd put us all in fucking concentration camps just because. That's kind of stupid and useless. You might not like, maybe, elderly, so he wants to kill them off. Maybe he doesn't like trans people, he wants to kill them off. Who knows? But the thing is, I don't think they'd march around with 100,000 100,000 DHS soldiers to go round us all up in camps. No. That's the thing. He won't do it. I mean, literally. And he can't declare martial law. It's never been done in the history of the country. And the thing is the country would protest it. There's enough Democrats out there, no offense, Gail, that has enough fucking firepower to fucking make sure that the martial law, if he declared martial law, would be null and void. So, frankly, I think that's just a little excess. Everyone needs to get back the fuck to work. Get the fuck. Yeah, well, the thing is that the jobs are going up, okay? Bumble bum. It's going up because people need to make a living. Donald Trump already said there's not going to be another stimulus plan, another stimulus package, and there ain't going to be another stimulus check. Go back to work. People are afraid, so they're going back to work. So it's going to raise the numbers of people working. Fortunately, there's these other hobos and freeloaders who think that a stimulus check's just around the corner. It's like the old joke. If you listen to the Chipmunks Christmas story, remember? So Alvin, Theodore, Simon, Theodore, where is this friend? Just around the next corner. You've been saying the next corner for a long time, Alvin. Well, here he is. Hey, Rudy, how goes it, Rudy? Hey, Rudy. Hey, boys, who's Rudy? Tell him, Rudy, I'm Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, so, just around the corner. Everyone is saying around the corner is the next stimulus. Look at Twinkle Toes, Fumble Bum. Even Pee-wee knows that dipshit couldn't tell the future, and where's that? I don't even know. They're probably still forecasting a stimulus check Saturday. KFC, no dud. They're leaving now because of the lockdowns. Yeah, but Well, thanks, Fumble Bun. How have you been? By the way, I'm waiting for my GoPro 8 camera to come. That was one of the presents Chloe ordered me. I was hoping to tell you about it. So I got one of those coming. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. Maybe you can give me some advice. I also wanted to figure out how to use my Canon T6 and T7 cameras to, I got the ones without the touch screen. The swivel screens, I think, break, but, I thought I'd get a tripod and mount it through the computer and use it that way. It might be a better camera for, well, what is it, a 24 megapixel camera? That would be pretty badass. And I got 7 lenses to go with it. So I thought maybe, IRL fishing streams. Yeah, well, I'd like to get into fishing streams, They're sending me the entire package deal with it. Yeah. Chloe decided to order me one. I got 3 lenses for my birthday coming, and right now I have I've been looking at ordering. Is this mine? Hold on a sec. No, this is hers. Hold on a sec. Let me get mine. There we go. So this one's mine, and I thought about getting a tripod to mount on it, find a way to hook it up to my computer, Look at this. Wouldn't this be cool? Use one of these lenses. Hook it to the computer. It does video and everything. I got a book. It says 20 weeks to learn how. I got other lenses too. Standard lens. My 50 millimeter macro lenses. My 4 batteries. My 10-18 lens. And then my other lenses are a 17-85, a 18-135, and a 18-250. Those are all the lenses I can need for this. The only thing is I was hoping for somewhere. Is it in here? The box moved. I don't know. That's my study guide that I needed for school. Here it is. I love this book. So, anyways, don't want that to fall out. Okay, so the other thing is I went with non-swivel screen cameras. Yeah, so we went through B&H. So let me see. It tells you exactly what you get with it. I love B&H. This place is great, They got some cameras that are like $20,000. It's like, who the fuck would pay $20,000? Okay, so I went with the Canon T7 with no swivel screen. I was thinking of going next. They have a 20 megapixel, but thing is, I don't want any swivel screens because there's a screen that swivels. Want it, And then there's full frame, which I didn't want because full frame's more money. So we were looking at Nikon, but again, Nikon only has APS, CMOS and APS. So yeah, I just figured what the hell. So I was thinking of getting one of those tripods to go with my camera. I can use it like most of these people. I'm trying to get the software so I can stream video games too. Let's see, where is it? Let's see. Should be here. I can always check it online real quick too. It's easier to do it that way. But yeah, I got the choice lenses and stuff. But let me see. B&H. Yeah, I like how they send you a catalog twice a year. So it's like, haha, new catalog. Okay, so let me see. There we go. Come on. What's the enter button for? Stupid computer. Oh, here we go. So let's see. Which one was it? So she went and got the GoPro Heroes Black Deluxe Kit. Comes with a 3-way grip tripod, extension head strap, GoPro chesty, suction cup, GoPro smart remote, EVA carry case, 64 gig micro card, battery and charger. And yeah, so it costed $588. So, yep. So the Hero 8, yada yada yada. Says you can use YouTube, Zoom, WebEx. Well, that's cool. I can use all that fucking stuff. For compatible Heroes Black and Hero 2018 cam, okay, So yeah, I guess that's what it is. It's like the top one. So that the software, well, I don't know. Doesn't say anything about software here. Let me see, does it give you any software? No, it doesn't say anything about software. Accessories. Alright. Maybe that's what it is. It says chargeable battery, yada 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 yada. Nope. Doesn't show software here. Just says everything's built in. Oh well. It's life. Crossbow, come on. If you gave me, yeah, well, they're talking about it. Actually, you're right. I was going to correct you, Tofu, but it is 9 volts. Of course, my apartment manager's pissed off that. That's another thing. She says I need to buy one of those little sticky note doodads to stick on the fucking ceiling. Put a new smoke detector in, since our carbon monoxide detector, since this one died. We bought like an entire brick of 9 volts, and it still keeps chirping. So it says the life of it's almost dead. Well, I will look for the software. The only thing on my computer right now is the latest edition of. Hold on a sec. It is. Let me look right. The fuck is that? Let me show you what I have. I'm just doing this here. So it says here, Fumble Bum. I have. Well, at least I got Elder Scrolls Online, free. You can just pay the monthly and download it. All right, so so I got Coral Painter Paint Shop Pro. That's what they came with our camera. So we got Paint Shop Pro for free. I got like the entire Coral's Paint Shop Pro for free. Steel wool is the reason. The battery's in a failed civilization. You guys can go round and round. I'm gonna look for some wine tonight. I'm really enjoying our conversation tonight, everyone. Fumblebum, I got Paint Shop Pro for my thing. Whenever any other people are watching. Hold on, let me see what's going on. So apparently, Gail sent me a link, basically stating that Walmart is closing 269 stores, but Walmart's got almost 15,000 stores worldwide. So you think 269 stores matters? Yeah, right. Well, if shit hits the fan, since Tofu's got a boat, he can always think of me and come and get me by going all around the South America to come up there and get me. Because I don't think if my shit hits a fan, I don't think the ferry service is going to get me off the island. I'm just saying, But yeah, anyways, it seems really good, But yeah, I'm looking to set up a streaming service, Fumble Bump for gaming, new games. So I talk to you guys about politics. I wonder what we got in the cupboard. Yeah. You know what? Just go to waste. It doesn't get drinking, so fuck it. The last bit of it tasted like soap. Ugh. Yeah, you guys can see me making faces taste like shit. You're doing quite well, man, in my opinion. We'll wash this down real quick. What the fuck is wrong with this? Hold on. How the fuck did that taste like fucking soap, I tell you? There. Hopefully the wine didn't go bad. It's either the wine or whatever. Hopefully I didn't get any of that dishwasher soap water in my glass. Hopefully that's not poison. Hopefully I don't die from... Yeah, well, you know how it goes. So Pee-wee, Fumblebum, you still around, or did you guys disappear? I guess the politics drove them away. What the fuck? Think salon. Well, the thing is I don't know why the wine tastes like soap. Thing is my wine shouldn't be tasting like soap. Well, like I said, I'm staying neutral, but honestly, Kentucky Fried Tofu. It's like Pee Wee said, you all have to vote how you feel your country will be run. Honestly, I don't know what to believe anymore in politics. Honestly, I feel like I should not even vote. I'm registered, but do I want to vote? I mean, honestly, how do I say this without pissing off anyone, Tofu? It makes me feel people are pushing me to go one party or the other. Well, that's the thing. Look, let me ask you a question, okay? The dishwasher has a drying mode, okay? When I put the glass to dry on the counter, the soap should have been out, right? And it was upside down when it washed. So it tasted like soap. So my question is, it's because it already went through the complete cycle. Am I going to die because of the soapy taste, say, from this? Because this is what I use. Or am I fine? You see, that's the thing. Now, about politics, Tofu. I'm afraid. I mean, look, I want to go to the poll. I want to put my ballot in. But I don't want any damn son of a bitch thinking I'm Republican or Democrat and pushing me either or. What I want is to vote on my own accord with all the information I have in the voters pamphlet. I don't want to be pushed. The thing is I don't want to be pushed being told to vote Biden because I should vote across the board blue. I don't want to be pushed to vote red all the way across the vote, you know. And let me ask you guys a question. I'm just tired, That makes sense. So let me tell you guys a story, okay? So moderator Pee Wee said that Newsom's trying to be recalled in California for giving $140 million to illegals, and because of it, there's no money for unemployment boost in California. Well, the thing is because of the coronavirus, Chloe decided to go buy a dishwasher, so I got a countertop dishwasher. Well, this does really good. This dishwasher is a little Magic Chef. It's $250. Hooks up to the sink and does a damn good job. I just rinse everything out and throw it in there. I even make sure there's nothing in the food trap at the bottom, which I clean once a week, and usually it comes out good. But this stuff, I don't know. I'm afraid. They say don't eat this because of bleach. Don't do that. It'll eat your insides. I'm just wondering if my insides are going to be eaten, or is there going to be a hole or something? I'll just drink some wine, see if it clears it up. But my point is, well, it works really well. This time around, it just tastes kind of soapy, so I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It's my first time. But anyways, I'm taking a chance. Could be the wine, too. It's starting to taste soapy. I'll throw in some dip in a minute. But no, the point is, Gail, is I don't want to be pushed. That's the thing. I mean, let me ask you guys a question, okay? Fumblebum and Pee Wee apparently left, and they'll probably come back. They're probably watching this video. They're probably just listening to it, doing whatever. So let me ask you guys a logical question. Pee Wee said 49 states will flip red this election. Let's talk about it. Let's debate it. Is there any chance to it? My father-in-law would say highly unlikely. So, anyone have any advice on it? No? Hmm. Well, one of my moderators just said it's I should be fine with it. It's just as long as I don't have a weird headache and whatever, it should be fine. It's just so let me ask you this then. All right. We're trying to have a nice debate tonight, discussions, So what is the chances? I mean, literally, my husband would be like, Other people would think, My father-in-law would have some choice words on that one. I mean, look, the thing is let's just put it this way, okay? I love Pee Wee dearly. No ifs, ands, or buts. But the silent majority, okay, are going to vote. Is going to vote red. 49 states are going to flip. So, my moderator posted this. Damage can continue to occur to the esophagus and stomach for several weeks after the product is swallowed, if there is soap water. Death may occur up to a month after the poisoning. However, most cases of swallowing dishwasher soap are not that harmful. Over-the-counter household products are made to be safe for people and the environment. It just says do not swallow. Do not put in mouth or swallow. I would not take a tablet or a pod. I mean, it says. Do not get in eyes. Do not get skin or clothing. Keep out of reach of children. First aid treatment. Contains sodium carbonate. Non-exert sodium. If swallowed, give a glass full of water and call a poison control or doctor immediately. Do not induce vomiting. If in eyes, rinse water for 15 minutes. Fine. Let's put some water in me then. There. That should work. Hamburger's ready. Only question is, what do I mix with it? Ugh. Well, my point is no. Let me put it this way, okay? If I brought this up to my father-in-law, okay, hypothetically, I'm going to go to the bathroom, but you're going to hear what my father-in-law would say. If I said to him, my great sister and moderator, Pee Wee, thinks, Dad, that 49 states are going to be red, right? First, he would say, "You're being brainwashed," which he's a dipshit. I make my own decisions. Two is he would call her a crackpot. And that is something I don't like for anyone in the world. Family is family, but still, my father-in-law would say complete crackpot. Well, I'm glad you did. That's what I've been doing off and on. I've spent probably 40 hours partaking in my area too. Hell, I was thinking of running for U.S. Congress if I knew how to get on the backing, or U.S. Senate, or hell, even the fucking presidency in 2024. I think I'd be a good vice president. Oh, that would be cool. Be right back, everyone. Anyways, I got a joke for you all. So I'm sitting on the toilet, right? Do my girl thing. I hear, oh, that felt good. Literally, Chloe's in her room, the door open, she cuts the mustard, and I hear, ugh, yeah, that felt good. I'm sitting there going, what the fuck? I would never hear a woman be like, oh, that felt good. Hey, it wouldn't be it'd be interesting, you know. Yeah, well, you know, the thing is, what's going to happen to Mitch McConnell, you know? He should be retired. Guy's what, 78 years old, I think it was? 78 years old, and the son of a bitch won't retire. I tell you, that's where the fucking problem is, right there, you know? So, you know, I think I would make a great president, you know? The only thing is, who'd be my vice president? I wouldn't want Chloe to be vice president. That would be fucking torture for the people, you know? Yeah, well, I don't know. I do know my one of my moderators accused me of being Republican. I'm neither, because if I was Republican, I would be happy to be Republican, but I'm not happy of either party. I mean, look, you got too many people too who demanding $1,200. It won't last them. Now they want to vote out everyone because they didn't get $1,200, or $2,000, or $3,000, or $4,000. My science advisor is going to be Kentucky Fried Tofu. He knows everything about science. Hell, Unless you're trying to hint at the job, Cam. I don't even know what jobs the cabinets are what. I mean, I agree. I mean, there's one of my moderators is transgender and thinks I'm against the trans community. Not even. You know. If I had to choose a vice president currently, I wouldn't know who it would be. You know. No, man, you don't want to be vice president? Okay. China's giving problems. All right, hold on. I'm going to be voted out, Tofu. Well, drop that fucker twice. Choose your careful target. No, just joking. That would be too damaging, you know. I'm just doing a Crimson Tide, you know. Well, you heard about that Kristen Beck, right? The Navy SEAL that had a sex change. I guess their career is down the toilet. KF Kentucky Fried. What about that one transgendered woman, a doctor? The last day on her discharge for 6 years after going through Naval Academy, she came out and said her name's changed. That really blew up in her face, didn't it? Didn't tell them they had a name change in the last day. Yeah, well, it'd be 2024. Well, just don't forget about me. I'm stuck on an island, so you got a boat. You can always work your way up to get me if it's a sailboat. Yeah, well, I don't know. You guys don't. I don't know what I'm thinking anymore. You know. Had a great schooling and lesson today. That was fun. Father-in-law enjoyed that. We enjoyed it. Got to get my review list ready to go. I use YouTube when I'm not doing YouTube vids, reviewing stuff. So I'll tell you something funny. Tofu. So, you know I'm into fly fishing. So emailed this company. Company said, oh, you got to go through a dealer. So I go through a dealer. The dealer tells me for like 2 days, they couldn't answer my question. Finally, they said it's like a fiberglass rod that's made with it's like fiberglass and bamboo, but it's a slow action graphite rod that bends. So you feel the rod load. So I said, well, what's the difference between the two? Well, one's faster and the other is slow action. And then the guy says most old timers like the slow action. They got their casting stroke down perfect. I was gonna get something called a Berkheimer. So then mails this guy I know, and I said, "Hey, I'm interested in this rod and this rod. Which one do you recommend? What do you fish?" Streams, 4 weights, all around, 5 weights, or lakes, deep lakes and big rivers, 6 weights, 8 weights for 8 to 10 weight for the Salish Sea. And he turns around and he says, "Well, there's that limited edition one that's still available. It's only $1,250. It's a 5 weight, so it's an all rounder. It's an all purpose rod. You can underlap it by 2 or overlap it by 2, so you can make it a 7." I said, "Right." I said, "What if I want a 4 or 5 or 6 on a basic weight?" He said, "You can get 2 of them." Then I said, "Well, you contact the company, find out how long the build is because you don't have any in stock, and get back to me. In the meantime, I'm still waiting for a PayPal invoice. Guy hasn't got back to me yet." It's like the good Lord doesn't want me having a new fly rod. Walk tall and carry a big stick. You know, my favorite aircraft carrier, not that I'm talking about the militaries, the Teddy Roosevelt, aka the Big Stick. I'm going to say, don't start with me on lobster. Otherwise, I'll be finding out where you live and I'll be going lobster boating too. I love lobster. Of course, it's high in cholesterol, but shit. So is crab. There's a little fish shop down on the water terminal, off the ferry terminal. You go by the yacht club where they keep the yachts. There's this little shop on the corner. And next to it, the owner owns a 35-foot cruiser. When you go down there, and they got like 4 tanks of Dungeness crab. Meaning, rooted meeting. Well, I'm trying to have meaning, you know. Oh yeah, okay. That makes sense. Thanks, Izzy. Doesn't matter. I'd be eating spiny lobster every night. It's free meat. Why not? I just buy whatever you need to catch them, and I'll just basically eat them every night. Point is no one wants me as a vice president or a president or a vice president or a congressman or a senator. I would love to be in politics for the American people, but I'd probably have fireside chats brought back. And tell the American people the way it is, you know. It's the way it is, you know. A lot of people think Kentucky that this guy is my emergency food source. Hi, he ain't food. His name's Ebony. Does he look like food? Hi. This is my baby. Oh, boom, boom. There you go. No, I don't like PewDiePie. They make more money than me. I'll invite the bunny to the White House. And my dog thinks of him as a snack. That's why his tail's wagging. He ain't dinner. Oh, yeah. You're a good little boo-boo, aren't you? He's the cuddler of the family. Hey. Oh, yeah. Kiss me. Oh, yeah. That's good. I like getting my face washed with your tongue. Your little tongue is just so cute. Yeah, well, with me, if I was in Alaska, I'd be taking moose. Take that. You know, moose is tasty. Wow. You know, my dinner, I had a piece of cheese. You say, why cheese? I say, well, because the dinner will be frosted. We have deer abundance here, but we can't hunt them. The guy next door, he's got like a fence up, you know, with like a wire fence. You look out there in the daytime and he'll have like 30 deer sitting on the lawn. Well, you know, I'm one of these people that I try to be a lazy survivalist too. I mean, as long as there's meat in the freezer or in the freezers, I don't have to do much. It's good. Well, if I have to survive, I want to be surviving somewhere where there's plenty of fly fishing. I'll live in a tent with a wood stove and I'll just build me a cabin slowly but surely. But everyone knows it's a pipe dream, you know. Hey, FP, I thought you were gone. So, did Jen go to bed? No, Chloe's like in the back room cutting the mustard and going, ah. And I'm like, and then I'm like, no, she's in the back room listening to music. She doesn't want me on this video for so long. She thinks it takes too much of my time and I should be gaming. You know, she thinks because of the time, I should be gaming instead of entertaining you folks. So that's what Chloe thinks. She thinks I'm taking too much time on these videos and not enough time for myself. She joins my stream from time to time and StreamYard, but no, she doesn't stream. She used to have her own channel, but someone kept harassing her, so she stopped doing vids. You know? Here's a video if you guys can watch it without sound. This video is nice. If I drink hot cocoa, it'll be with with several half gallons of peppermint schnapps. That video is really good. I gave you guys a link to it. It's the port of Friday Harbor. Shows all the boats in the harbor. Wow. That floating building at the end, that's the fish market. Look at that. This is what you look at when you get. There's no sound, by the way. You just look at it for a while and say, wow, it's so calm down there. There's the barges and stuff. It's beautiful, you know? Only if it's got peppermint schnapps. It's fun watching it daytime, you know? Hey, Carl, I just sent a video of my harbor where I live. It's nighttime, so it's quiet as a bug, you know? And very nice. Very nice indeed. Wow. In the daytime, I could watch it and watch the ferries go in and out. Makes me happy. Well, I live on an island, okay? On the other north end of the island, there's Roche Harbor. Oh, your grandpa must have been wealthy. I was just talking to my father-in-law the other day about bacon, you know? I should email my friend who family owns a farm in Kentucky, see if they can send me some bacon. Bacon! There we go. Come on, there it is. That's what I want to look at. Right there, 9 pounds of bacon. And then they got Hello bacon too. Jalapeno. Should order some. I'll email them and see if they can spare some. So it seems the comments decided to die out. Maybe I should get off and play my game like Chloe wants. I didn't say see ya. I said the comments died out. I said I was thinking of leaving because there's no comments, Carl. My policy has no comments. I leave. Then I can play this. I want to get through winter by using my hammer. I got some new games too I want to play soon. So I need to put more time in games, less time in YouTube. I got Harvest Moon DSQ, Harvest Moon DS Sunshine Island, Rune Factory 3. I have the first two. Final Fantasy X and X2 for Vita. Final Fantasy X2 for PS4. Rune Factory for PS3. And The Witcher 3. That all came today. So I'm quite happy to play games. Not to mention Harvest Moon DS Grand Bazaar. So I should be good for a while for gaming while we're going through this freaking pandemic. You know? Yeah, well, Final Fantasy 12 is coming. Thought about getting Final Fantasy 15 for PS4. I should check the UPS website and see what packages are coming. So the other day, my so got more packages tomorrow and more packages on Wednesday. That's it. And then more packages in September because my food's coming in September. So I'm going to check the bank for a while, see if any money's been taken out. Told Chloe to slow down on shopping, you know. Nope. I'll check Direct Express. Yeah, well, me, I'm thinking of story seasons tonight again. You know, I mean, it's only 1:30 in the morning, so if I get 6 hours of game time, I should be clearing winter time. It's only 1 month in winter in the game. So, hmm, yeah, well, I can sleep around 7 in the morning. I don't have to get up, so I ain't going anywhere. So one of the moderators just decided to go to bed, so I'll be chilling anyways, hoping I can line Christmas up pretty damn good, you know. Like I need a router table. Why Amazon's trying to tell me sell me power tools is beside me. So, anyways, should I go, Cam, or should I stay? You know, I'll be back here tomorrow to try to clear up 4 more spreadsheets, maybe even 5. I just Interesting. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Interesting. So I was reading the speeches from the Democratic National Convention. I prefer Skull Cherry. I'll be able to watch tomorrow. One more question. What's your dip of choice? Skull Cherry. So, that said, everyone, thanks for watching. Please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestion. Hit the like and subscribe button. Show some funding for your family, including your dogs, your cats, your bunnies, your service dogs. Hit the bell notification for new content every day. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for another video tomorrow. Thank you, and God bless you in everything you do.